Hey, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I hope y'all are doing lovely today. I wanted to come on here and put out a quick message for y'all and see what needs to be communicated. Now, of course, these readings are general, so please only accept what resonate, leave the rest, and be aware of any scam pages reaching out to you. But with that said, let's go ahead and see what it is that the water sign collective needs to be aware of. So, Spirit, for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, what is the message? Thank you. Beauty and grace. Somebody finds you very beautiful, but they think someone else is more deserving. So they got low self-esteem, low confidence. That's dangerous. Building an empire and wishing well. What's up? Well, everybody got all of these hopes now all of a sudden. Everybody's pulled this card. I guess this is the collective energy. Says they see how their focus on material things hasn't made them happy and only holding them back from love. So they could be very career driven, focused on their finances, focused on acquiring, assets, building generational wealth, getting out of poverty or something of that nature, or just establishing financial security. But it says there's a lot of excitement in the air. You awaken a new life in them that has them lost in a field of possibilities. So somebody is sitting here just thinking about all of the beautiful things that y'all could do together, the life y'all could have together. Okay. So what's going on here, Spirit? What's going on? What is it that the water signs needs to be aware of in the connection with this person? We got cut down, girl with a snake, and Cupid's arrow. Why is cut down here? This is cutting out, separation, stopping pattern, and silent treatment. Why is cut down here? What's this about? Because they feel like when it comes to their connection with you, they can't help themselves. They feel like you can have whatever. The Five of Pentacles. The King of Swords reversed. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius present. Ace of Cups. What does this have to do with my water signs, though? Ace of Wands. Knight of Swords. They're very ambitious. They're very focused on having an opportunity of, a passionate start with you. Connection with you. Being intimate with you. What's Cupid's arrow? Have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. That's the truth. Clarity, focus, communication. And the Ten of Wands to the Moon to Temperance. Okay. So they're not trying to rush. They just want to make their intentions known here. What's girl with a snake? Charm, used. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. You're beautiful. You do well for yourself. You carry yourself very well. That's where this intimidation is coming from. Why are they intimidated, though? Death. Six of Swords. Why are they intimidated? The Two of Cups. They feel like you can have whoever you want. If the connection doesn't work out with you, then you could have your pick. Like, they view you as very beautiful, very independent, very self-sufficient, very accomplished. They view you as someone who has high morals, high standards. Not too high, you know what I'm saying? Like, not, y'all know what I mean by that. But they understand that in their mind, you could have whoever you wanted. Okay. They may have been a bit toxic. Not toxic. I can't call them toxic. I don't have anything here indicating toxic. What am I picking up on, Spirit? Unvalued. Not feeling appreciated. Vacation. Adventure. Healing. Yeah. Dating. Yeah, I can't call it toxic because it's not. But they may have been a little adverse to dating before the connection with you. Either they were hermits and were just single, or they were just engaging themselves in low effort relationships, flings or talking stages or something like that. So when it comes to you, they're like, oh my God. Yeah, hypnotized, captured by love, hard to resist. You were hard to resist for this person. That's what I was picking up on. Knowing the path. Yeah, aligning with their purpose, aligning with your purpose, accepting what it is. I'm not really picking up on anything nefarious. I actually really like this spread because I can identify the change that they've went through in their life in order to be emotionally available here for you. So let's keep digging. What else they got to say for themselves, Spirit? Grieving. That's what I was picking up on. They're stuck in their grief, unable to see that they still have the power to create a positive change. Yeah, they were grieving when they met you. Separation, focusing on their own personal journey, and choices. They know that they have a choice to make. So they may have been a little like closed off, a little guarded. Yeah, the mask. They want to remove the mask that they've been wearing. So for some of y'all, they've started to do that. They may have been busying themselves with work. They may have been busying themselves with their career, with their financial goals, but that you were never off of their radar. They just needed to ease their way into the connection, it looks like. So for some of y'all may be further along in the timeline in the relationship. I could see this actually going fairly well. Yeah, power couple. That's what I was channeling when I saw that building an empire. Power couple. They see that both of you have an equal exchange of power, which can make you unstoppable as a couple. Okay. Healing. They're at the end of a big healing cycle. All right. So what do they have to say for themselves? To my water sign collective. Conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Yeah, they want to talk to you. And how do my water signs feel about this person? Feel about the person in their life that this resonates for? How do the water signs feel about them? Knight of Swords reverse. Uh-oh. Five of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Hermit. Yeah, y'all may have went through a period of silence, withdrawal. You may have been in your solitude and had to think about the connection here. You may have felt like they were lacking direction because they were being so withdrawn, so guarded, so unfocused on the connection because they were grieving, and you didn't really fully understand that. They didn't make that known. They didn't make the severity of their grief known, so they may have went through a major loss, or just a lot of disappointments here that they were struggling to keep up with the Two of Pentacles, so that way you guys could have like a start. The Three of Wands is in reverse, kind of was in upright, so I'll take it crossing, where we're moving but we're not. We're moving but we're not. So now you're at the point now with the Five of Swords where you don't know what to do with this person. Like, you kind of want to be done with it in its entirety. Yeah, the Six of Swords, moving on. You kind of want to be done with it, because I was already moving on and I was already putting it in my head that this was a disappointment here. But whole time, they ain't let you go. Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Oh, so yeah, you feel like any offer of stability that they give you, it's just a plan. It's a ploy to maintain the connection with you without giving you what you're fully asking for. Yeah, the Three of Cups to be reunited with you. What's this Three of Cups? And then I'm gonna get out your face. What's this Three of Cups? The Six of Pentacles. You may have felt like you were fighting for their attention. Like, they had their attention here, they had their attention there, whether it was like, it's an interference in the connection regardless, whether it is work and their career and their friends and their family, or whether it is, you know, we weren't together, but they may have had like a romantic third party, but it looks more so like their own reservations. Not to say that there may not have been a romantic party, but it's leaning more towards they just had their own reservations and was just sitting on their hands. So we went into separation and they had a coming to Jesus moment, it appears. All right, water signs. Well, that's the message that I have for y'all. I do hope that this reading helped. If you would like to book a personal with me, there is a link in my bio. But if this is where I leave you, I wish y'all the very best of luck. Thank you.